You're listening to the smartest guys in marketing, the best show on the planet for client businesses to learn about traffic, funnels, sales, conversions, and marketing coolness. Chris and Taylor are the founders of Traffic and Funnels, a digital marketing consultancy helping you get paid clients from cold traffic daily. Now, here are your hosts, Chris and Taylor.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Smartest Guys in Marketing podcast here with your host, the Honorable Taylor Alan Welch.
Sir Taylor Welch and
Chris Evans.
Miss Chris Evans. Chris could be short for Christine, because I know a lot of ladies named Chris. You don't have that going for you.
Or Christopher.
I'm just saying. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the podcast live edition. We're talking today about 3 keys to staying turnt. It's not what you think, I promise. Here's the thing we've learned, and our companies are growing quickly. We don't talk about this a lot, but in 2018, our growth curve kind of plateaued a little bit. What are you laughing about?
Somebody's killing that heart button.
What's up, Tom Walker? What's up, Brian? Oh, we got Timothy Dick on here, hailing from Orange County himself. Ashton Shanks.
Hailing from God's country, bro.
From God's country. He's somewhere rich and fancy. Anyways, 2018, we kind of hit a growth plateau. And to be honest, like both of us really struggled with our energy. You get past a certain point in your business, and if you haven't gotten there yet, you will eventually, where it's not about the money anymore, because more money is not going to do much for you. You know, when we crossed over, it was 6 million-ish, 7 million. You know, I wasn't motivated by making more money. I wasn't motivated by new revenue records. And so we kind of hit this rut in 2018. And towards the end of 2018, we 100% pulled ourselves out of it. And our energy is untapped right now. And I've discovered the secret to limitless energy. If you've seen that show, Limitless, where you take this little pill, and that's the secret, y'all. Like, you can go to our website, you can get some pills. No, just kidding. 3 keys that we're talking about to having just untapped energy. And if you've noticed yourself in the last month or two being like, man, is this going to end? Or what's the point? That's the golden. You need to be aware of the questions you're asking yourself subconsciously. Anytime you start getting to a place where you're like, what am I doing this for? What's the point? Why is it so difficult? These are things that can hide out like a little sleeper cell in your mental space, in your mental cavities. You like that? Chris is like terrified right now. You start asking these questions and you know you're in trouble. So 3 keys to staying turnt. I'm going to hit the first one. Chris, you can hit the second one. Okay.
Let's do it.
You all right, bro? You with me?
I'm like right here with you. I think I just want to like emphasize how important this is. And this could be the make it or break it. I know last year, like, it was almost a break it for me.
It was a break it for you.
Like,
actually, I had to rescue you.
You had to pull me out.
Linda says, hello from Chicago. What's up, Hugo? Always wish my name was Hugo. I'm being serious. I think it's just the coolest name. What's up, James Walker? If you guys have questions about what we're talking about, throw them in, because we're doing this live flow here. Number 1, you got to remember that it isn't about you. I see so many people who are setting revenue goals and targets that are exclusively about them. Let me tell you the problem with the whole lifestyle business bullshit. All right. The whole phenomenon of like work as little as you can. It's, you know what it is it's actually self-service to the exclusion of your market. Anytime your market is a tool to serve you, rather than you being on this planet to serve your market, you're in big trouble. You're in big trouble. And we got too focused on ourselves. And, you know, we talked about what are we going to do with the income? What are we, and we had to flip that around and realize that at the end of the day, nothing matters if you're not making a positive contribution into the lives of other people. It's not about you. That's why I hate the whole like solopreneur lifestyle business movement right now, because it's creating a generation of selfish entrepreneurs who are so focused on what can my market fund for me? What lifestyle can my market fund for me? And you're never going to grow to your full potential that way, because it's too much about you. You run out of energy.
Yep. It's interesting. We had this, I had a call with our mastermind last week, and this is one of the topics and themes that kept coming up because people who are high performers, they deal with energy issues
All the time.
And you cannot survive long term at a high impact level if you are primarily internal.
They fix energy issues right there, bro. Sorry, go ahead.
If you are internally focused. So the way to change that is to be externally focused.
Yep.
It's amazing the energy and the momentum you get from focusing on other people.
Yes.
Like it's like that shot that Taylor's drinking right now. That espresso shot drink.
Legit. It is. We're talking about chemicals in the brain. This isn't just like some woo-woo thing. We were designed for contribution. We were actually built for impact. And you're violating every law of energy by being like singularly tied into what can I build for myself. So that's key number one. And it's the first thing we ask people when, like, in clients of ours, when we're like kind of burning out, we can see the signs and the telltale signs. And listen, burnout has nothing to do with how many hours you work, bro. I can work 100 hours a week and not burn out, or I can work 10 hours a week and be burning out. It's all about what are you focusing on? What are you doing it for? Where's your vision taking you? Does your vision have other people in it, or is it all about you? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the thing is like if you attach those problems that you deal with, the barriers that you face in your business or even in your life to a greater cause of what is my motivation of why I'm even doing this? Like one of them particularly was a guy who was having issues on his sales calls. And because he was so internally focused on himself and his own stuff, he didn't see the bigger picture of like, dude, what if like I'm actually like present on these calls to give value? And what's the effect of that long term? One, to the people who your market is, your prospects and your clients. The domino effect, if you can actually zoom out a little bit to see the effect that your results have on them, their lives, their kids' lives, their spouses, down the line. And then also, we are very big into investing into organizations that are doing amazing works as well. All right, that's part of why we do what we do. We are involved in investing in anti-human trafficking and supporting orphanages. So if I don't get my crap together and deal with my issues,
other people suffer.
Those people.
Yeah. Which actually brings up an interesting point. If right now you're like, man, I'm at the depths of despair, go get some money, go find somebody who can't pay you back and give it to them. Shoot you right out of that rut.
It's guaranteed. Wild, dude.
Guaranteed. And some of you are like, I don't have money to give away because I'm, really strapped. It's okay. Use your time.
Yep.
Go donate some time to somebody who can't pay you back and make a contribution into them, not because of what you're going to get in return, but because it's what you're designed to do, will jerk you right up out of that rut in a moment.
Yep.
Good stuff. You want me to hit number 2 or you want to hit it?
Ritualize what's important.
You didn't even answer me, bro. You just went on and did your own thing.
Leadership.
This is how Chris does his thing, man. I'm like, hey, what do you want to do? And he just doesn't even answer. He just builds stuff. Cool, bro. Ritualize what's important. That's what you had said is ritualize what's important. Why?
I think it's maintaining a state of high performance, optimal performance. And this is another big key that we figured out, not only for ourselves, but we're seeing these patterns for our team, right? Because we operate at a fast pace, a high clip, because it's attached to our vision. And so this is a part of the foundations for us to operate at a high level, push the limits, push the boundaries. And we're seeing these patterns with ourselves, obviously. That's the first discovery, our team, and then our clients. If we don't get this stuff right, then it affects everything else. So you want to break down the actual elements?
Yeah, just something to add there is like, how many of you drive cars? Maybe just throw a thumbs up in the chat or say, yeah, I drive a car. If you live in California, Timothy out in Newport, he probably has like a personal driver or something. But if you drive an automobile, it doesn't make sense to just be like, well, I'm going to take this automobile in when I feel like it needs an oil change. No, this is a ritualistic activity that you perform based on numbers. Do not rely, as an entrepreneur, you are one of the most powerful engines in existence. Don't rely on your feelings to guide you.
Oh,
Don't be like, well, I'm only going to look at my goals when I feel like I need it. Or I'm going to eat based on how I feel. Or don't rely on your feelings to guide you, because your feelings aren't designed to help you grow. They're designed to keep you safe. That's where your emotions come from. They're designed not to help you expand. They're designed to help you maintain. And that's not the goal if you're an entrepreneur. And so this is why ritualizing what's important is a big key, because you need to be reading your goals every day. You need to be exercising every day, not when you feel like it, because most of the times when you feel like it the least is when you need it the most.
yep.
2 people on here drive cars. That is shocking. David and Amanda. Start calling people out. Zach Pittman, Tom Walker. You guys aren't. Marco, Mike Renard. What do you guys do? You ride bicycles?
Timothy definitely has a driver.
Timothy definitely has. You guys don't know Timothy. He's sold like 19 businesses and lives in Newport, so he has to have a driver.
Basically built Amazon.
Don't rely on your feelings to guide you. Ritualize what's important. Is this good stuff, or you guys want us to do a we can move on to another topic? If you guys are like, man, my energy is amazing, I don't need help with this, that's fine. You just let us know. Number 1, it isn't about you. Number 2, ritualize what's important. Every day I do the same things. I wake up at 5 o'clock. I read my morning formula, which is what our version of goals and stuff is. It's about other people, and it's about what we want, how we want to make a contribution. I go to the gym, so I get my exercise in early. I do a little bit of work at Starbucks with some nice burnt espresso, and then I come into the office and I perform my day. Then I have an end of the day review. Listen, everything in my life, to large extent, is ritualized. I'm sure it's the same with you, Chris. I don't know if you have different routines than I do, but no, you're just not going to say anything?
I squat like 500 pounds. I squat 500 pounds every morning.
Everyone pray for Chris right now.
I eat lion meat every night.
Dude, it's ironic that we're talking about 3 keys to staying turnt, but bro, you don't seem turnt right now.
I live turnt, son.
Saying.
I'm so caught up in these comments.
Anything to add to this?
I think so many people overlook the power of consistency. All right, stop counting your life savings in front of everybody.
So good, bro.
One day you're going to walk in, dude, you're going to see that money is gone.
It's only $1,000. I just haven't deposited it.
That's like your Starbucks budget for the week.
Yep, pretty much.
No, the power of consistency. People overlook this because it's so simple. But you can't build unless you have this. If you are building off of inconsistency, you're building on sand. Right? One of the things that we look at on the paid media side is we are very aware of tracking our data every single day. And this is how we can go back and we look at trends. You know, whether it's like an election cycle or holidays or something's crazy, we can go back and look at the data, what worked, what didn't work, because we have consistency. Right? The same thing in your life. You need to be able to look at when you're winning, when you're losing, what was working, what's not. Because if you're consistent, you can go back and see, okay, yeah, I was killing it. Now I don't feel great. I feel terrible. Things aren't working. What's going on? Right? If you're out of your routine, that's probably why things suck. Case in point, sales meeting this morning.
Oh, you want to go there?
I mean, we don't have to.
Dude, we can go there if you want.
If you're scared, we don't have to.
No, I'm not scared, man. I mean, you tell me what you want to talk about. I'll tell you anything. Let's give the people what they want. If they want us to talk.
Well, let me just make this point. It's amazing how quickly someone can go off track.
Yeah.
Just like that, dude. A moment's notice, like one little thing can throw people off. And so if you don't have a consistent journey and guide every single day to recalibrate you, you go off track, and the key is to be able to get back on track very quickly. And that's where I think a lot of people miss this.
Yeah, and probably the takeaway or the tangent we could go on that specifically related to the meeting this morning. So we've spent a lot of time growing a sales team. So we got 7-8 people every morning that we have daily sales meetings. All right, no solo entrepreneurs are doing daily sales meetings. It's all about them. Just want to beat the drum to death of the solopreneur life. But so much of this game and being able to perform is having the confidence in yourself and confidence in your own ability, confidence. If you don't believe yourself, if you don't believe in your ability, if you don't believe in the things that you say you're going to do, then no one else is going to believe it. And so ritualizing something only has power if you actually do it. Let me give you an example. Putting something on your calendar every morning is not ritualizing. That's not. It is only ritualizing if you actually honor the calendar. And the most important commitments you make, if you asked 100 people, you'd hear all these different answers. What's the most important commitment that you could ever make? They'll be like, commitment to my family or like clients. No, it's actually to yourself. The commitments you make to yourself are sacred and must be honored. And when you do not honor the commitments to yourself, you break down your confidence and your trust in yourself. And that's really, really dangerous. So this morning, one of our guys stayed in bed for like 4 hours. And I was like, was that on your calendar? And he's like, no. Well, you hurt your confidence a little. You're going to have to go get that back. It's maybe over everybody's heads, but you told me to go there. So,
well, I think there's a subconscious thing that happens too. Like the power of your subconscious is insane. And for you to be able to achieve amazing things, you have to have a certain belief level. And if you can't take the small actions to be consistent in daily routines, right? Subconsciously, you won't be able to believe that you can achieve $100,000 a month in revenue. If you can't even get out of bed, if you can't even go to the gym, if you can't even eat healthy, right? Those are all internal things that are going on inside that will affect the bigger things that you have to, the actions that you have to take to accomplish the big goals. So it's key, man. The little things.
Bro, 100%. Hey, look, can we do a giveaway real fast?
Yeah.
I want to give let's give away 3 of these. These aren't even out yet. We'll mail these to you. It's got a bunch of resources with it. About 6 hours of an audio program called Mindsets of the Rich and Wealthy. What's your biggest takeaway? Throw your biggest takeaway in the comments section thus far. We've got one more, 3 keys to staying turnt. If you're interested in that, we got one more thing. We've talked about 2 of them. What's your biggest takeaway so far? And your boy daddy, Chris Evans, is going to pick the best 3. He's going to pick the best 3. We're going to send you an advanced copy of this book with the audio program. Give me some takeaways, and I'm going to find something really special to send you.
I like that. Your boy daddy. It sounds
your boy daddy.
Inappropriate.
Let me tell you something. I just want you guys to behold. When you get your rhythm, when you get your activities locked in, this is the face of greatness. This is what you have to look forward to every day when you wake up, when you start honoring the commitments to yourself. Look at that. My God.
Grief.
Missy is such a lucky woman.
Somebody get a fire extinguisher.
Chris, your wife is blessed by the heavens.
Dude.
I'm saying it.
She friggin' scored, bro. That's all I got to say.
All right, biggest takeaways. Here we go. Consistency is the bedrock of confidence and success.
Darren says consistency. Oh, you already read it. Dude, I thought you were going to let me pick.
Just back off for a minute, bro. You get to pick. Never break a promise that you make with yourself. It's a good one. David says you are designed for contribution and built for impact. 100%. Amanda, if I don't have confidence in myself, how can I expect others to be confident in me? Really, really powerful, because a lot of people struggle with this imposter syndrome, and it comes from they're breaking commitments that they make with themselves. It's a big deal.
Yep. Any more before I pick?
Don't rely on your feelings, which is a lot of times how we make decisions that get us in trouble. Mike says, if you can't keep a commitment with yourself, you won't be able to keep commitments to anyone else, let alone grow your business. Yeah, these are good. These are good.
All right, I'm going to go with David, Amanda, Erica.
Well, that was quick. Your boy, Daddy Evans. So, Ashton, let's get their address and private messenger.
And we're also going to be sending autographed photos that you're seeing on your picture.
This is like
on your screen.
Zoom in here real fast. Autographed by this man himself. All right. Hey, let's hit the third one. This is the third one. It's really important. Number 1, it isn't about you. It's not about you. You got to have a vision that extends beyond you. You're always going to find yourself tired from the littlest amount of exertion. Number 2, ritualize what's important. Don't rely on those feelings. Put it in the ritual book. Number 3, combat negative energy with gratitude. With gratitude. Now, if you, every single person on here, if I say, are you a person of gratitude? Are you a person of gratitude? Every single one of you, I think, would say yes. Everyone listening to this podcast, like, honestly, do you feel like you're a person of gratitude? You'd say yes. And then if I said, when's the last time you wrote down and thought about the things in your life you're grateful for? Many of you wouldn't be able to remember. Oh, we see the disconnect here now. We see the disconnect because most people consider themselves grateful people, but they're not using gratitude as a weapon, which is how it's designed. There are a lot of studies on this that we could go into. And Chris, you can tell us if you want us to go into that now. But when you begin to think of the things you're grateful for, you're thankful for, you're excited about, this is crazy. Your peripheral vision extends. The prefrontal cortex, the creative aspects of your brain actually get more blood flow. You become a smarter person. This isn't just something of like, yeah, you should be a woo-woo grateful person and like, pray to dolphins in San Diego. That's not what we're talking about. That's weird. This is the most practical tool you can use to consistently keep your energy sharp. It's gratitude. It's gratitude. What am I grateful for? And every day I write this down. So we're getting personal here, but got a notebook and this is my to-do stuff. By the way, this productivity system we're probably going to be selling and giving you the opportunity to get because it's revolutionized our team. So don't look too closely or you'll...
Oh, not probably. We are.
Don't look too closely. You're going to see secrets that I don't want you to see.
Cover it up.
Yeah. Oh,
it doesn't matter because nobody can read your handwriting.
Wins every day in this journal. Every single day I'm putting down wins and things that I'm grateful for. All right. Like one of the wins from yesterday is I felt my baby girl move. That's a pretty big win. I'm grateful for that. How many of you know I'm grateful for that baby? Felt her move and we had some ice cream and she really liked that ice cream. I'll just leave it there.
Just like her dad.
I'm grateful, man. I'm so grateful for just the opportunity we have to impact people. I posted yesterday, I'm living the dream I always wish that I could live, but the difference between it is living it is 1,000 times better than the dream. That energy's got to come out of you. You got to make room for it.
Gratitude is an extremely powerful force. Along with this other stuff that we were talking about on, the external focus, it can pull you out of a funk very, very quick.
Oh, yeah.
Lightning speed, dude. And if you make it practice, you will be a force to be reckoned with because any challenge, any issue, any problem that comes your way, like you're okay to deal with it. And then one day you might get Taylor money.
One day you're going to have $1,000 that you can just do whatever you want with.
You just you can put it on that couch and just lay on it.
I just go into Starbucks and I'm like, who's going to make me my drink the fastest? And all the baristas start running.
They start fighting each other.
Good stuff. Anybody have any questions? Throw them in the chat box. Number 1, it's not about you. Number 2, ritualize what's important. Number 3, combat negative.
This is messing with me, bro.
With it, gratitude's a weapon. Gratitude is a weapon. Something that you should be using consistently every day to fight the good fight.
3 keys.
trafficandfunnels.com/memos. Not really. Actually, by the time this comes out, if you're on the podcast, if you want to get the book that we're giving away, go to wealthsecretsbook.com. Like I said, if you're on this live stream, you can't, but it's not ready yet. It'll be ready tomorrow. But if you're listening to the podcast, pull over on the side of the road, go to wealthsecretsbook.com and get yourself the keys to the kingdom. We'll teach you how to think about your money, how to create more money, how to not be stupid with the money that you do have, and ultimately kind of lay out a sequence for what should you be investing in right now based on where you're at income-wise to get to that next level. This is about long-term. This isn't how to get rich overnight. If that's what you want, then, I almost said a name, but my filter reined it back in.
James said, what's the biggest challenges you guys face on the daily, weekly, and monthly in both your business and personal lives?
Chris, you go first. You have more challenges than I do. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Why didn't you laugh?
A lot more responsibility than you do, bro.
Okay.
You started, man. I'm just finishing it. That's what my daddy taught me. He's like, boy.
Answer the question. What's the
boy? Don't you ever start a fight If someone else does, you better finish it.
What's your biggest challenges?
My daddy taught me. Biggest challenges. I think the biggest challenges is when I get out of my routine. That's when like it all hits the fan. When I'm not strategic, when I'm not looking at the future and planning and preparing for battle every day, week, and month, then I self-sabotage. And so it only comes typically through that. Because if I have things that I feel like I can't overcome, it's because I haven't thought through the battle ahead of time. I haven't foreseen the problems, the issues. So it's going to like be business and family. Like I haven't communicated with my wife that I'm going out of town.
It's a big one.
That's a biggie.
That's a challenge.
That's like I possibly could lose my life. Let's make sure, insurance is good. Everything's set.
Hey, that's why she wants that insurance.
Dude, yeah, she just made me upgrade to like 10 mil.
Be careful, bro. I think probably my biggest challenge is I'll lose energy quickly when I forget what I'm doing it for. Because at this level and really any level, like, dude, stuff is going to break on you all the time. Like there's this overinflation of like how good being an entrepreneur is right now. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants to work for themselves. Everybody wants to be the guy or the girl or whatever. But the reality is you were signing up for just more problems every single day. And if you're not careful, if you don't have a pretty good why and a pretty strong present reason of why you're doing it, you'll just lose energy. And that's probably my biggest challenge is if I'm not OCD about every single morning. First of all, dude, I do not wake up happy. Lindsay bumps out of bed like with energy and she's radiant and glowing and everything is a gift. And she's like, what did you dream about? What's your goals for today? I'm like, please go away. And sometimes she'll be like, I know, I'm sorry that it's morning, but she just loves the morning. I do not. Dude, I'm like depressed every morning when I wake up. I'm not happy. There's nothing wrong with me. So please don't prescribe anything over the chat comment. Okay. But I have to have a ritual for getting myself in state. And if I don't do that, or if I skip it or I rush through it, the day is like problems are going to set me back more than they usually do. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's probably the biggest challenge for me.
Tom says always putting out fires.
100%, dude. It's not a question, but that's a good one.
So I don't know, Tom, if that means you are always putting out fires. If you're always putting out the same fires, there's a problem, right? It's cool if you're growing new levels, but if it's the same thing over and over, you have a problem, dude, with processes. I'd say also another thing for me, dude, is just awareness. Where it can get dangerous for me is not being self-aware. Or Taylor's the opposite.
Too self-aware.
So, all right.
Cool. I don't see any other questions. Y'all, it's a great opportunity for you to hop on here and chat about whatever. We'll tell you anything. Well, almost anything. There are a few things that are private, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have not because you. How's that saying? Yeah. That's the one.
I don't know if you're teaming me up for that or what was going on there.
I don't know either. All right. Adios, everybody.
See ya.
Wealthsecretsbook.com. See ya.